Imagine being in a country that saw you made some mistakes in life, corrected you, and still give you the opportunity to rise. And the question is, why would you not, or why would you hesitate to give it back all that you have to offer? And that brings us to today's topic on the role of leadership resilience or resilience leadership in economic growth and nation building. To start with, I would describe leadership resilience as a recalibrating catalyst where preparation meets purpose for accountability reason. And what does that mean for our recent time? It suggests that leadership resilience represents 5 things, including adaptability, 2, continuity, thirdly, humility, the fourth one is integrity, and the fifth, but not the final, in case you want to add to the list, is responsibility. During fundamental changes, that could include, but not limited to, steadiness in compassion. And let me give you an example from my own resilience story. And why my becoming, is still evolving. Let me put it that way. Because in life, we are still growing and we continue to learn and grow. So while my becoming is still evolving, I confronted what I consider to be fair, which is FAIR, rather than fear, which is FEAR. And I translate the first one, or the former, as face it and rise, while the latter, I translate that to be face everything and run, which means you have a choice that can change everything in your life. Is either you face it and rise, or you face everything and at the end you run away from the opportunity or the privilege ahead that are yet to come. So now ask me how, rather than running rat races, or rather than competing with others or anyone, I have chosen to build and develop myself as well as the upcoming younger generations. And I am leading that, or I am leading through it. Secondly, rather than betting big, I decided to be putting the right peg in the right hole. And that means like setting, choosing to do what is right, even when no one is watching, or when I think, or I know no one sees me. But I have chosen and I've decided to be doing what is right, regardless of what stands in the way. And thirdly, is because I have walked certain parts in my life. I know I have crossed certain bridges, and as well as I haven't experienced, certain, so confronted certain realities. And I know fully well the gaps in the society, the needs of the masses, or of the people in general, in a diverse, compassionate, as well as in a tolerant country. And specifically, the country I'm talking about in this case is the United Kingdom of Great Britain. So, fourthly, by staying firm and being fair, as well as handling things or situations, knowing fully well, or having that strong determination, the optimism, the positivity that all is well and it will be well. So by building rather than breaking, the beautiful uprising generations or younger generations, because they are blessings to our world. So I have chosen to be building rather than breaking the younger generations, to prepare them for what lies ahead in terms of opportunities and privileges. And that brings humanity as first on the line, or bring humanity to the front line. Then unity in our community comes next. Also, striking that balance is where resilience is evidently dedicated for a reason, not just for a season. And ultimately, for me personally, my leadership resilience helps me to align, one, my maturity, my capacity, and my courage with the confidence to thrive, to navigate beyond ambiguities and uncertainties. For one, systemic stability. Two, the conviction for service to humanity, firmly, fairly, and devotedly. And consequently, altogether, the relevance and significance of being resilient as a leader to economic growth and nation building is that it implies, or include, in terms of implication now, I'm talking about, it include strengthening teaching, cases for lifelong learning, and secondly, enhancing impacts in terms of, educational development, social development as well. That is the third one, shaping social and economic policy. And I want you all to know one thing, or to remember this, that every leadership journey varies, and every leadership journey is different. And the peculiarities that is unique to my own leadership resilience include: one, anchored; two, aligned; three, grounded; and the fourth one is rooted. So when I talk about anchored, I mean leadership resilience is not possibility without perseverance, possibility or positivity. It's not, it isn't possibility without perseverance, positivity, and, positivity in the ability to endure, show up with empathetical understanding. And secondly, it isn't, recovery without trusting that there is rebalance. And the third one is grounded, which means that leadership resilience is, a catalyst where preparation meets purpose for, rebuilding as well as for redeveloping. And the fourth one is the rooted one, which means leadership resilience is, a recalibration of restructuring, because it resets, it reforms, and it refines developmental goals. And above all, I would like us to take one thing with us today, which is never ever underestimate anyone, including yourself, because in a short while, you will come to realize that you are either proud of them or threatened by them. So never ever underestimate anyone in life. And that's it for today. Thanks and bye for now.